second semi-final, still goalless in the Manchester derby. We saw Pep Guardiola shaking his head there in that first half. It's not all bad, is it, for City?
No, not at all. Obviously, we've had quite a few disallowed goals, but it's pretty much what we expected. Manchester City with a lot of possession. I do think they're maybe a little bit toothless with not having a centre forward, so I'd imagine maybe Jesus or Aguero will come on. That could make the difference. And Manchester United are looking to hit them on the counter-attack. Manchester City are looking a lot more. You get to see what their defence is all about now, and Stones and Diaz is a nice partnership. So they've got to try and break that. But it could go any way, but it can be typical. It's what we expected. Man City with all the possession. It's just, I think Guardiola with all the possession and the good play what they've had, is probably a little bit disappointed that they haven't got a goal lead.
Yeah, it was a quick start, wasn't it? 3 offside goals in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, Man City is causing a lot of problems, especially in the midfield, because Cancelo is not playing as a right back. He's always time in the midfield. De Bruyne is dropping off. You could see Mahrez also. They're all the time 4 against 3 or 5 against 3, and then they try just to switch the play or to have the penetration through Sterling and Foden who give them the width. So tactically they're the better team by far, and United, they can't cope with it. In the midfield, technically they are much better. It's just some inches sometimes. It's not far. It's great late run. We've seen that as well after with Foden. It's just they need to be just a little bit more clinical in the run first, and then in the last pass. But Man City have dominated all the way that game.
It must be difficult to play against Manchester City because of the movement and the players. They don't play in set positions, even if you're tight with somebody. Everything what Pep does, and even with the goalkeeper there, and they still play out from the back, even when Manchester United push on. And once they do break into midfield, then the space is on. So it's very difficult. What do you do if you're Manchester United? It's quite a difficult challenge. They've got to be patient. They've got to hope. Sometimes they've nicked the ball in midfield, and then all of a sudden they can hit them quickly on the counter attack. They have to be patient and just wait for their time.
Yeah, and every game has its history. You can see today, we've seen against Chelsea, the main man was De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva was trying to get away Kante. Today it's another thing. Cancelo is playing in the zone of Pogba. And once he gets the ball, you can see De Bruyne getting there, having those 2 against 1. Once you have that, you can see Fred trying to help Pogba. Then you can see appearing Mahrez in the middle of the park. So they all the time have 2 against v1, 3v2, and then they can switch the play. So that's why Pep is a master in tactical, it's unbelievable. You can see how Cancelo is there all the time annoying Pogba in the middle. Where is he coming from? And then you can see De Bruyne, and you have Gundogan, occupy McTominay. So that's unbelievable how Pep is so intelligent just to see where is the space and where is the free man.
So what do they have to do then, Manchester United? Do you pass people on? Do you stay in your positions and pass and talk and pass? Is that what you do with them? Do you follow the players?
You have to be all the time more compact. It's just Rashford, Marshall. They have to be very close to Pogba. A very tight team, with Shaw, because they are much better technically. Man City. So in the second half, of course, close to each other, and the first pass would be very important. That's what Fernandes, Pogba would be.